It's fun. It's wild. It's Dad's Gone Crypto.
And welcome to Dad's Gone Crypto, another great episode that we are hoping to shed some light on. What is a meme coin? What has been happening in the markets? It's been crazy. Should you get involved? What are some of the pitfalls of getting involved in memes besides losing the house and kids and family? And we're just going to basically, tackle what is it about, and we're going to chat about it and just share some thoughts on it. Ryan, how's your week been so far?
Oh, pretty good. Just been busy. We've got a lot going on, as in the spirit of the show, I was playing around with some meme coins a little bit and losing money, so that's fun.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. The fortunes await, or not.
Doing or research, doing research poorly. So, we could delve into that a little later. What about you? Maybe did you have a little better week than that?
Crazy week so far, but the business acumen and business stuff is going nicely. It's becoming a busy time of the year for us. Just handling that, doing a lot of the back end, trying to do a lot of automation, adding a new division to our, to the company. So it's been interesting. A lot of behind the scenes work. I can understand how developers get glued to a chair. So I've been trying to get a bit of cycling going, a little bit of 20 kg bag and squats while I'm glued to the chair. Apart from that, it's just part of the business entrepreneurship. We keep hustling, we keep moving forward.
Oh, that's great. I remember those days. It's been a little while since I had employees to deal with and that kind of thing, but I feel for you. You got to say it a
little bit slower. I enjoy those days. Once upon a time when I was a youngling like you, Sean. Yeah. So soft with skin, so youthful, so young.
Wow. I think you've just taken that way
Well,
too
thank you,
far.
Ryan. It's Nivea for men. There's no filters on this baby.
You just had a whole conversation in your own head there, because not one of those words came out of my mouth.
Studying 4 years of psychology, it's like, it's not me, it's you. It's you, Sean.
There you go.
So Ryan, tell me, what the hell is a meme coin? Is it a shit coin? Is it a store of value? Like, what is it in a nutshell?
I don't know. No.
And that concludes our show for today. Right. You guys tuned in. Like, subscribe, click the bell button for more informative news.
I mean, all right, so meme coins started back with Doge, right? It was just a joke, and all based on the Shiba Inu meme way back in the day. And then it seems like every cycle, we have this little every cycle since then, we have these little meme seasons, right? So and I'm not sure. I mean, I think memes would probably be technically be called shit coins because they're pretty much they have no utility, no real value outside of just a community. They're community driven. So so in that regard, yeah, I guess they are shit coins. Shit coins kind of go through a whole range of things though. So people call every micro cap coin that comes out that's kind of the shit coin. I mean, they literally trade on an exchange called Poo Coin. So you're if you're trading on Poo Coin, you're pretty much dealing in shit coins, I would say.
Yeah. You know what you're into.
But meme coins in general. You'll have some that'll take off, so it's a little different thing.
So typically in crypto, when people want to try and get involved and invest and so forth, they look at the project. What is the project trying to solve? Does it have new technologies? Is the technology going to change the space, change the traditional world, but automate it in a sense? Then you get shit coins and meme
Yeah.
coins, right? Which there's no utility, no value yet. Obviously they're like, okay, we're launching this, and then they say, okay, now we've got all this money, let's build something, based on the hype, So what are some of the latest meme coins that have come out that have just gone supernova?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, obviously it was Pepe, right? Pepe is the meme coin of this cycle, it would appear. We had, like I said, Doge, then we had Shiba Inu that came out.
Floki.
That one went absolutely crazy, and then Floki. And again, it's so much. It's all about communities, right? These guys, you'll put out a coin, and you're hoping it's going to take off, but they get. Once Elon Musk decides to tweet about something, it seems that's where they really take off. Now Pepe hasn't even had that, but and they've taken off. So maybe things are changing a little bit. But I know Doge, Shib, and Floki all kind of went off of Elon Musk's tweets and really flew. Now Pepe is a little different.
And speculative because. It's the hope of that something could happen, so you want to get in early and hold on to it, and then maybe it goes a 10x or 100x or even 1000x, right? And there's been rumors with Doge that potentially that maybe Twitter will be offering payments through Doge already, because Elon loves it so much that he's offered his Boring Company, if I'm not mistaken, where you can buy your flamethrowers and memorabilia and stuff that he's doing, but you pay in Doge, right? So the most influential man in the world, right, is basically punting a meme. What happens if Twitter starts to offer payment structures via a cryptocurrency? Then all of a sudden it now has utility. It's transactional, the speed, obviously the tech behind it. So that's, I think, why people hold on to it, for maybe that this could happen, and it could quite possibly happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So for that example, it's the speculative of what could. As is Pepe, which just came out, this little toady frog. There's absolutely no utility whatsoever, but people just jump on the train, and the train just speeds away, and they just hold on for dear life.
Right. Yeah, so like you brought it up there with Doge. Doge may have some utility. If they're taking payments with it, well, okay. All of a sudden now it's an actual currency. It's not just just a meme. Pepe at this point, I think, is it's still in its stage of just being a community-driven meme coin. It flew all the way up. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think it went all the way up to like $1.5 billion in market cap, and I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at today, but I know it had somewhat of a pullback there. But it's crazy when you think about it that way. Yeah. It's crazy what a community of people can do, right? You've got this Pepe token that, like you said, there's no utility. It means nothing. Their website, and sure, they have a roadmap that maybe they're gonna have something that it's gonna do, but pretty much the original roadmap, and again, I haven't been on there in the past day or two, so I'm not 100% sure, but the original roadmap basically just said build the community and go to the moon. That was basically that's their philosophy.
What more do you need? It's like, I understand.
And hey, it worked, they definitely flew. They went to the moon. So now the question is it gonna maintain? Is it gonna be the SHIB of this cycle? And if it is, then sky's the limit. It could go anywhere. So,
and it is rather weird because it's a bear market. You think people have no money, and you think that everyone's in hibernation and everybody's depressed, and things are not going according to plan. Then all of a sudden, $1 billion, $1 billion. It's incredible,
crazy.
And with these stupid gas fees as well, people find money somehow, and it just, and that's just not Pepe. There's since Pepe, there's been over 2-3 dozen memes, 2, 3, 4 a day launching.
Oh yeah, just tons. Pizza, it's just constant.
Pizza's the other one that's hopeful.
What's the other one? Nyan? Is that? I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but I know that one was gaining a lot of traction. I saw that one kind of drop today. Today's Wednesday, by the way. We're going to release this on Friday, so just so you know, we're a couple days, couple days difference here from when you're going to see it. But yeah, I know that one was really flying, and now it's come down. A lot of them, you know, it tends to happen with the whole meme season. You know, it kind of seems like everybody's bored. Everybody's been waiting for something to really happen. So, you know, then the memes start flying in there. It gets people excited again. And it's just something to do, really. You know, it's just fun. It's gambling more than anything, I would say. I mean, like I said, I played around with a lot of it this week and kind of got in and out and playing around. And I guarantee I lost way more than I gained on the stuff this week. But
and since we're on a podcast, you know, and Ryan almost became a millionaire overnight. He bought Pepe,
No.
but he bought Pepe AI, and it wasn't the right Pepe.
Oh, come on now.
Now I don't have to call you sir. It's like you were two syllables away from becoming a millionaire because you got in early. Just the wrong meme.
That shows you, you know, there's a whole bunch that kind of take off, right? So you got Pepe was kind of the big one, and then there were a whole bunch of spin-offs, right? So Pepe AI isn't really a I don't know. Yeah, they were coming off the meme idea, but they're going for the AI narrative, which, you know, in crypto, we've always got these narratives, right? Right now it's meme season. You know, we had some AI stuff going on where, you know, everybody's talking about artificial intelligence. So cryptos were jumping on it. Pepe AI is definitely down quite a bit today from where it was just like a week ago. But, I know the devs are still working. I was in their Telegram, and they said they're still working, and they're still doing what they planned on doing. Which they have kind of a cool little system there where they have an AI bot that basically will help you go out there and promote your projects. So different projects were coming on board with them signing up, and then there's basically a Twitter bot, an AI Twitter bot that would go out there and help shill your new projects. So it's kind of cool, and hopefully that one, I still think maybe that one's going to come back. I think as soon as they actually get their new platform launch and all that, they might come back. But again, it's all speculative, right? I mean, these are not, you know, projects that you're doing a ton of research on and trying to you know, kind of change your life on. These are you know,
my apologies,
if you get super lucky, maybe. But
my apologies, Ryan. I blacked out for about 2 minutes. You were telling me about Pepe AI and how you're still poor, and how this conversation would have been so different if you were saying, "I've just bought a yacht." I'm
all right.
I'm
so
taking
yes,
this podcast from an island which I've just bought.
So yes, had I put an investment in Pepe rather than Pepe AI, yeah, things would be a little different right now.
And on that note, this segment is sponsored by Specsavers. Please get your eyes checked. At least every meme coin purchase.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
boy.
all right. So, okay. So it's not investment advice getting into meme coins. See
Absolutely
it as
not.
pure effing gambling, right?
Yeah.
And there's obviously a strategy, right? And if you've been reading some of the Twitter feeds and stuff like that, some guy that got in early, that's the operative word, to getting there early, put in $164 and now made $1 million, right?
Right.
It's a rarity, right? But those things do happen. It happened with Shib, it happened with Floki, it happened with, so there is a possibility, right? But I think maybe the strategy comes in that don't put the house on it, don't put traditional money in it, punt $100, right? If you've got it. If you don't have it, don't punt it, right? Put $50, right? Because if it goes up 2x, you've made 100. Cool. Then I can go do something else. If it goes up 100x, you know, then I'm in the pound seats. If it goes up 1,000x for $50, it's like, oh, I should have put in more money. No. The opportunity that you just got is once in a lifetime. So if you do want to punt something, right, and gamble with it, take a small fraction of it, because remember, you still got gas fees. And during this crazy meme season, Ethereum gas is almost, you know, like $80 to $100 a transaction. So you still need that on top of what your purchase is. If you want to go for 50, you got to put 80 in gas fee, and then you got to sell the shit. So it's rough, you know, and sometimes it's not worth selling because the gas fees are too high. and so forth. So yeah, it's not investment advice, but I think with this type of season, you just got to be very, very modest. Take a small little stab. But if you talk to anybody that's bought multiple memes, 9 out of 10 times, most of them are losses. That one maybe I've made a little bit of money on and so forth. So it's very high risk. It's not something, traditionally what we speak about on the channel. But memes, it's the season, so we're chatting about it because it's fun. I'm happy that the guy made $1 million or multiple people made $1 million because it just shows that there's opportunity and there's potential. So we don't mock them in any ways. It's they got in lucky. Maybe that happens to you one day.
For sure. I mean, it's with the memes, you just said it's not investment advice. 100% not. Memes are. I would never look at a meme coin as an investment. At least not like a any meme coin that's launching. You got to look at it as a gamble, right? It's 100%. It's a gamble. It's like going and placing a bet on your favorite football team. It's 100% a gamble. So definitely don't ever play around with meme coins with more money than you can afford to lose. Honestly, don't ever play with any investment whatsoever, investment or gambling, with more, anything that you can't afford to lose because there's always that possibility. I mean, I will say, with the whole meme game that's going on, I mean, honestly, a good kind of rule of thumb with this stuff is, don't, like I said, don't put in more than you can, that you can't, if you can't afford to lose it, don't put it in. If it's $100 or $200, whatever it is, if you're going to put something like that in, try to pull your initials out when, when it goes up 2, 3, 4x and, you're sitting, let's say you put $200 in and you're sitting on $800. So take your $200 back out, maybe take another $100 out with it, right? Get yourself a little bit of profit and then let it go, and hopefully you found the one that's going to go flying up like Pepe did. But if it doesn't, well then, you didn't lose anything. You made a little bit of profit. You got your money out. I mean, that's kind of the best advice. And again, this isn't financial advice because this is a gamble. But, if you're going to do it, get your money back out of it and then take a little bit of profit with it and keep your moon bag and hopefully it flies. And if you really believe in it, let's say it's a good project and, it turns into something that you think is going to be bigger than just a meme. Some of these things, they start out as memes and then they turn into really good projects. I mean, that can happen. Even like Shib and Floki, if you look at those, they went from just being plain old memes to all of a sudden not only having a giant community, but also building marketplaces, building a lot of utility on their systems. So, that's why I always say, take some profits out, but, keep a moon bag because you just never know those things, that kind of thing could happen. And at the same time, even if you pull that out and you see a dip and, maybe you want to put those profits back into it because you saw the dip, right? It dipped back down. You don't have to put your initials back in, put the profits back in, and hopefully that flies. You've got a lot of gambling, not trading, not investing, gambling opportunities. But it can be fun. But again, you got to do it with fun money. It's got to be the money that you were going to go play around with the track at, because it's not something you want to do as a serious investment, in my opinion. And I'm sure there's people that'll disagree with that, but. It's a meme.
So also you got to take into account that the playing field is never equal, right? So think about how a meme coin starts. They launch a contract. There's a few inside people that have got the contract ahead of time. And then all of a sudden there's a few people that share that contract, which they shouldn't. And then they allocate bots, which are these algorithmic programs that allow them to either snipe up tokens at launch or at different stages. And so typically you trying to get in there as little Joe Soap, going onto the exchange and trying to buy some, it's not fair, right? So there'll always be a peak and then a massive drop off, right? So as Ryan was saying, that don't be scared to take out your initials. Don't be scared to take a staggered approach all the way up, because it's coming back down. If you don't believe me, go into CoinGecko. Every single coin on this planet has the spike and comes down to near nothing, right? So if you think you missed out, right, you can always just wait for it to come down. If you believe the project is good enough, it should go back in time as the project matures. But yeah, it's important to take profits. I remember getting into one project called Dogs, and I looked at my account and I'm like $12,500. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, woo! Little Lambo, little baby one that we put in the shelf. I'm like, shit, that's some good cash, right? And in a blink of an eye, just, I can't even buy toilet paper with it, right? Because they say, hold on to it, hodl, to the future. I didn't take out my initial because I was like, no, I'll just be fine. Fuck, So you're like, So you always have those wounds or those scars, or battle scars to say, all right, next time I'll learn. So I'm not too much into the meme coins. Only because my risk appetite for those, I don't know enough in the space to be more calculated. Some people, this is what they do. Michael's very good at meme coins because he understands the mechanics, how it works, how to set up his bots. He's more calculated in his decision making. Where I'll be that guy that goes to the decks and like, let me just buy some shit, right? And I'll get it at a high price and then it dumps. So yeah, you got to be careful when with memes, but it's gamble. Anything can happen with a gamble.
Yeah, I mean, you can go put $50 on your favorite team to win the World Series at the beginning of the season. You might come away with a huge amount if they were an underdog, right? I mean, it's the same kind of thing. You're buying into something it's a gamble, and that's why I was saying, if it's more of a matter of put a little bit into a lot of them. If it's something that you really want to do, put a little bit into a lot of them, or at least be rolling your little profits. If you're taking your initials and a little bit of profits, throw that into the next one. Don't take any more your hard earned money, right? Put that into them and just keep stacking them. And if you get 1 out of 10, well, that 1 out of 10 might really mean something. So, exactly. And again, it's total gamble though. So don't look at this as me telling you to go buy meme coins, because something I would ever tell anybody.
Yeah. You were right about the narrative. The narrative at the moment is memes, so the meme is hot. So everybody's focusing on memes. All right. So now you say, okay, now everyone's focusing on this, which is great. Therefore, the money channels to this, which is great. If you had bought the top, just say the last 20 memes, right? Put $50 in each, you would be a few $1,000s up, right? But would the same strategy work during 3 months from now when it's non-meme season? Of course not. It won't work, right? So that probably leads us on to the next topic. Maybe is the narrative. So what is a narrative, Ryan, and how does it play a role in the crypto space, and has it played a role over the years?
Oh, for sure. I mean, with crypto, it's kind of crypto's still the new kid on the block, right? In financial terms, and it seems like what we'll do, we'll get these, we've got the market cycle for Bitcoin, right? So you've basically got a couple years down, couple years up, couple years down, couple years up. We're running on the 4-year cycle, and you get those boring periods in between, right? Where you're just kind of stagnant. And those boring periods always, at least in my mind, it tends to breed, hey, what's the new narrative going to be, right? What's going to be the thing that kind of takes us out of this boring little state that we've been in? And it was AI for a little bit. Bitcoin was going up, and at the beginning of this year, it went from, I don't know, like 15 something to 30 something, right? So it shot up quite a bit. And during that time, people started building some AI type projects, and I can't remember the first one, but one of them popped out there, and then all of a sudden it was like, that one had a little bit of success because people were feeling good about the market again. So then a whole bunch more AIs started coming in, right? So that kind of built the AI narrative for a while. Last market cycle, we had a gaming narrative, we had a metaverse narrative. We had these different little mini markets, right? So you've got the gaming market, the metaverse market. and it just it's basically when people start buying into something, it kind of creates, it creates the narrative for that particular little cycle that's going to go on. And it's not to say that it's over. It's not to say that, okay, metaverse is never coming back. Well, yeah, it was the narrative for a little bit, but it was the narrative in a speculative fashion, right? Now, if things actually start getting released and metaverse projects are actually doing, something where people are going to use it and have fun with it, well, it'll bring that narrative back. It's the same with gaming. Gaming was huge last cycle. And then it just kind of fizzled out, right? Most of the gaming tokens are way, 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 way down right now. But I still feel like that gaming narrative is going to really come back, and I kind of feel like it's going to fuel the next, the next big Bitcoin cycle here. I think is going to be a whole lot of gaming narrative along with that, and that's just kind of what happens. You'll have, again, it's just these small little segments of the market that kind of take off all at once. We had the DeFi narrative, right? So everything was DeFi for, a while back, a couple years ago, and it was just DeFi this, DeFi that. And then it slows down, and it's like then the leaders of that narrative, the ones that really did well, are the ones that are going to be around, for the next cycle. So it's just, it's a matter of keeping an eye on that kind of thing. So I think AI is going to be really big this coming cycle as well, but I think there's just going to be, it's not going to be every project. There's going to be a few projects that come out of this little narrative that we've been in here for the last month or 2 months, and there's going to be a few projects that come out of that and do really well next cycle.
Yeah. And you don't have to look too far. If you just open up your Instagram account or your Facebook account, every advert that you see it's not just a photo imaging, it's an AI photo imaging. Every single thing they're throwing at you has the word AI in it. You're like, ooh, it's AI technology, it's the greatest. No, true AI is still quite far away, right? From mass adoption and the capabilities of what it can offer, but it's in everything. So the minute it has AI, you feel more confident about it. This is the photo app that I want because it's got intelligence in it. That's what I want. I want an intelligent photograph. But it's the app that you wouldn't have purchased, 3 months ago. So from AI point of view, is that where would the money channel, right? The money's channeling in the next cycle to say, what could AI bring? What is the next Chat GPT add-on or addition or rendition or invention? And that's where the money's going to flow. So this is where you do your homework. This is where you do your research. And what's his name? Elio. He grew his channel and grew his empire through a bear market. And he was saying, this is why this is going to happen. This is why. And he knew the companies that were getting involved in building the technology for the gaming and for that narrative. So that's why he was heavy into gaming. He says, guys, gaming is going to be it. We're like, and then you're like, when the bull market hits, all his predictions, most of his predictions hit the targets, even superseded it, because he knew what was being built. He knew the behind the stories. We didn't know that. He didn't say, oh, because this and that. Only when it unraveled did you realize. So yeah, I believe that gaming fizzled down a bit because the technology wasn't there. The idea of what gaming could offer from a play to earn model, from a gamification, from a earning potential, like everyone had this high hopes, but then the games came out, you're like, this is that little Atari game that I can get for 300 games in one. It wasn't what we expected, right? And time is money when you get older, so it's like it wasn't really much of a success. Not all of them, but it wasn't really much. And then now the next generation of gaming, an example of Gunzilla, which we'd love to get them on the show. What they're building is just incredible stuff, right? And they're building it for the crypto market as well, and full-fledged production team. What was the name of that movie that the director played in? It's Neil Blumenberg or Neil Bonekamp or something like Bonekamp or.
Sorry, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Anyways, it was the director of a blockbuster show, and they part of that development team, right? So then you realize that when this releases, it's going to be things are starting to go in the direction which you envisioned, that's where the money will flow in gaming and AI. So I think that's the next two narratives. So now the question is, how do I set myself up for success in the next run? Well, you got to do your homework. You got to find out, what are they building? How's it going to affect? How's it going to change lives? What problem is it solving? And then slowly starting to get in when it's very, very affordable, and just sit on it. And then as that narrative plays out, you cash in, right? And don't sit on them, not all of them at least.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so fun and games, guys. But yeah, it's the market cycles that we look forward to and get involved in. But there's a lot of work involved. But just coming back from meme coin to traditional investing, we do play the meme markets every now and again as a gamble, as a fun little thing. But the true beauty in crypto is finding those assets of a gem that they're building to change real world problems, right? Here's an example, right? Typically, in any police force, there's a written document that gets done, right? So some guy takes your case statement, writes it down. Cool, right? Sorry, my car was stolen by this person. Okay, cool. Then they follow up on this person. Did you steal this car? No, but I've got your photo. Okay, so they arrest him and put it in there. So she goes to the court. The court, and there's a process in that. And the court says, all right, Mr. Jonathan, I see that you stole the car, right? During that process, because it's written and it's not on a blockchain and it can be changed, there's a paper trail that can be changed, right? And when that paper trail changes, then it can change the outcome. With blockchain technology, by implementing once they accuse someone of something, it gets written into the blockchain. It cannot be rewritten. It cannot be taken off. Only a next line can be added to it. Then it's up to the prosecutors to debate which processes happened. Did it really happen? They're fighting out information for information, right? And think about more serial cases like, rape charges, let's think murder, falsely accused, right? The story can change so much. But using blockchain technology, you can have all the facts in the case, and then you can have multiple people analyzing it, and you should have a more fair trial or a more fair outcome based on facts, as opposed to someone getting bribed or someone knowing someone in higher places. And the top tiers in society have people that can change things, right? With blockchain, it stops that. So to implement blockchain is another story, because obviously the guys don't want that because it's more transparent. But if someone was building that and there was a country or a state that was wanting to adopt it, be bullish on that, right? Because now there's adoption and utility. And just move to another state if you're thinking about stealing a bicycle or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many projects out there that are doing such incredible things like that. And it's just, you're right. You gotta do your research. I mean, you really got to delve into as far as, getting away from meme coins. When you're looking for a project that, that can really change the world, those are the kind of things that I think long term are really, where you should be truly investing. So if we're talking about investing, we're no longer talking about gambling at that point. Now we're talking about doing research and actually investing in the right projects, and that's a whole nother story. So, and that's my preferred method, especially since like I said, meme week here has been pretty rough on me.
Anyways. All right, guys, also just, if you don't mind, click the subscribe button and click the bell notification, and please feel free to comment below. We respond to everything that you guys write. We appreciate your comments, and we'd like to grow. We'd like to have a lot of comments. That obviously helps us grow. And don't be a stranger. We're on also on Twitter at Dad's Gone Crypto. We're on Instagram and Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on all the socials. So please feel free to obviously come pay us a visit and that. And also let us know, since it's not meme season just over yet, should we, in our dad sacks, if you guys watched our last episode, please go watch that last episode. You'll understand what's happening. Dad sacks. Should we get should we do a DJ play and get a meme coin for our bag? Should we get some Pepe? Should we get some Pepe AI? Maybe.
Maybe. Hey, like I said, it's on a dip right now. It might be the time. So.
Let's just hope it's not on a permanent dip there, right?
Yeah, right.
So let us know, should we? And if not, what else are you guys? And lastly, if you guys know anybody that we should be interviewing in the space that's new with new technologies, please feel free to comment. We'd love to take them up on that offer and interview and see the brains behind the tech.
Yeah, for sure. And don't forget, jump into our Telegram chat. It's small right now. There's not a whole lot of members in there right now, and it's engaging because it's small. We're able to just hang out and talk. So, get in there. The link will be down in the description here in the video. So get in there, join our Telegram chat, and have some fun with us. And it's a good place to make these kind of suggestions and let us know what you want us to talk about. It was somebody's suggestion that said, hey, can you guys talk a little bit about memes? So we were like, yeah, why not? Let's have a little meme show. So that kind of thing. So jump in there and have some conversations. And it doesn't have to be all about crypto. We can talk about barbecue and whiskey and just about anything else, beer, whatever you guys want to talk about. Jump in there.
100%. And on that note, the fun part of the evening, we don't have Michael, so he's not going to win it. He's been on a rampage beating us on the Dad's Got jokes. So how the jokes work is that we try not to laugh. If we do, it's well earned. And Ryan, you will go first with your joke. I'm going to give a very serious face, and then I'll follow. And the loser, that person who obviously laughs, will drink a case of beer afterwards.
All right. Sounds good. All right.
Like, no problem.
No problem.
You could just jug your two kegs underneath your bar there, right? Like,
No problem. All right. Get your serious face on.
Serious face. Okay, go for it.
Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? Debris was everywhere.
That was good. Your deliverance was excellent.
Thanks, man.
The breeze everywhere because the French are rioting at the moment, so they're a little upset. They want to go on pension anytime soon.
They're rioting over the debris.
Debris, yeah. I do not want to debris. Anyways, all right. My question. My joke. What do you call a pudgy psychic? A fortune teller. A fortune teller. Fortune teller.
All right. No matter how many times you say it, I'm still not going to laugh that hard at it.
Lay it. No, nothing. I had to read that twice. I'm like, what the fuck is a fortune teller? A fortune teller. I'm gonna have to hire someone on Fiverr to find me the best jokes.
Oh crap! Well, hey, good times today. So on that note, I think it's time to
wrap it up.
Want to do?
Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll just get some sleep.
All right,
guys. Take care. Until next time. Take care.
Take it easy, guys.
The material and information presented in this recording are for entertainment purposes only. Do not misconstrue what you hear as investment or trading advice. Always do your own research. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the guests on this recording are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of Dad's Gone Crypto or its hosts.